Hi guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? Thank you all for joining the live AMA session today with me. I'm Christine and I'm from BSC Army, the leading media agency on Binance Smart Chain. So we're broadcasting from our official BSC Army YouTube channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below and turn on your notifications for other interesting videos that are coming up every single week. So today we will be joining with CD3D with our speaker Edward from CD3D, and we're having two interesting giveaways and one mini game section after this live AMA on our Telegram group. So stay tuned for all of that because we're having a lot of amazing rewards. So the first one is the pre-live AMA section, the pre-live giveaway. So that is when I'm gonna pick five like lucky winners from our Twitter post earlier. The second one is the in live giveaway, which is where I'll pick five of the best questions or comments, and those will be rewarded in total of 200 BUSD. And then the last section is the mini game, the quiz that we have prepared for CD3D in our Telegram channel, Telegram group later on. So stay tuned for that, and that will be rewarded of 400 CD3D tokens. So right now we are joining with Edward. So Edward, can you hear me okay?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Would
There
you
we go.
like to introduce about yourself, like your position and the project a little bit before we show your introduction video about CD3D?
Sure, absolutely. So I'm Eduardo Jackson. I'm the founder, CEO, and creator of the Cinema Draft game. It's basically a daily fantasy sports style movie game. So instead of picking athletes from teams, you're picking actors from movies, and how those movies would perform at the box office or in the critical ratings. You'd earn points for your call sheet or roster stars. And basically, this is the gaming platform that will be fueled by the CD3D token, which I'm very excited to present to you today. It's basically where DeFi and gaming meet. So on one hand, you'll have excellent utility in using CD3D on our platform to play in our Cinema Draft and Draft Stream games, earning CD3D for playing free rolls or winning, putting up CD3D to win more CD3D. And then also we have the DeFi side where we're building out a decentralized exchange, an automated self-service decentralized exchange where anyone can launch their token projects for cheap and with a lot of cool tools as for a token sale. And an example of one, we are launching our fair launch, 100% fair launch, no pre-sales, no line cutting, no VCs in the back pulling the strings. All 20 million of our ICO tokens are going to be available for a 24-hour period starting October 7th, 12 p.m. UTC or GMT. And so we will give the world one full day to put in their bids in what's called a batch auction. And the way that works, it's kind of like the classic Dutch auction where we're putting up 20 million tokens. People will submit their bids somewhat anonymously. You don't know what the price is. It's what you determine the price. And after 24 hours, the sale closes and the protocol organizes the bids from highest to lowest and sells them from highest to lowest until all 20 million tokens are sold. So if you like what you hear today and you're interested in owning some tokens, then don't be cheap, bid high.
Yeah, yeah, that's a lot to take in at once, but I've heard so many interesting things about CD3D and like the whole idea of bridging, game like sporting game and DeFi into one. So I would love to learn more about that in the next session, but let's get into the video that we prepared for this live first, shall we?
Sure.
Doesn't it suck when you buy some new token, but then the price suddenly goes down because it's pump and dumped? Wouldn't you love to invest in a DeFi token with product and real utility? Welcome to CD3D, where DeFi and gaming meet. CD3D is a Binance Smart Chain-based DeFi token that serves as the in-game economy for the upcoming Cinema Draft game platform. Cinema Draft is as if Hollywood and fantasy sports had a baby, but one that will take care of you instead of the other way around. CD3D has sound tokenomics, a limited supply of 100 million, 10% transaction fee with dividends, burn plus token buyback, and burn. Added dividends and airdrops to Cinema Draft gamers, daily staking rewards for hodlers over 30 days, plus a self-service, decentralized exchange launchpad for other gaming tokens. CD3D isn't your ordinary DeFi investment. Play with it, trade it, hold it for dividends, get paid to play, as well as for fun. So how can I get some CD3D, you may ask? Participate in our upcoming batch auction ICO, coming Q4 2021. A batch auction is just like a Dutch auction. 20 million CD3D tokens will be up for sale for 1 day only. Bid what you think CD3D is worth. After 24 hours, orders will be filled highest price to lowest price until all tokens are sold. So don't be cheap, bid high. Go visit cd3d.app, sign up for more info, and don't miss the CD3D token sale. Time to turn your suck into luck.
That accent gets me every time.
Yeah, that's pretty much a very appealing video that you guys have. Yeah, so first of all, I would like to know what is the meaning behind the project's name, CD3D, and where did you get the idea for this, and how did you come up with that?
Okay, good. Great questions. Thank you. Originally, back in crypto winter of 2018, when no one was making any money, I stumbled across this project called P3D, which is Ethereum-based smart contract protocol where you would exchange Ethereum for tokens, and then in doing so, everyone paid a tax, 10% in, 10% out, 10% if you're transferring between wallets. And at the time, no one was doing this, or if someone had done it, I hadn't heard of it. And I was fascinated by the idea of it, but they were kind of a victim. They're partially a victim of their own success. It got so, popular, it kind of crippled the Ethereum blockchain in the summer. It cost like $80 to make any transaction at its height. And it was really good, but it wasn't sustainable. There was no there was a great community around it, but there weren't any products around that were sustainable. So I kept thinking, well, what if we took that whole taxation, model and applied it, to something that had, sustainability, had utility, like my game. And so I started plotting out CD3D then, giving the 3D as an homage to P3D, whereas they called themselves they joked around that they're a pyramid scheme and everything like that. They weren't sustainable. We were trying to do everything opposite, and it just kept evolving over the years. For a while we were thinking about being on the Tron blockchain because the Ethereum prices were too high. Then the Binance Smart Chain got really popular last year. And so now Binance, made more sense. So that's how we arrived to be on the Binance Smart Chain.
That's a very interesting story. So apart from you, as I know, the founder of the project, do you have any other team members that have been, going on along with you from the beginning of the project, and what do they do in the project, and how did they contribute to CD3D?
Sure, and yeah, I love my team. We're great, and actually try to get us to the team page on our site and share that with you. But yeah, obviously I couldn't do this alone. I've been at this for 5 years, but and yeah, let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, perfect. There we go. And so I am the CEO founder. I've been at this the longest. My CTO, Yesh Agarwal, out of Mumbai, IITB, which I hear is a very prestigious university out of Mumbai, and his partner Shiva Mangal. He's our business development director. They're great. They've really been instrumental over the last year and a half in helping take this back from prototype and idea into something that we're actively building and looking to releasing, if not by the end of this year, then by Q1 next year. Also, the site design, I mean, I mean, it's just beautiful. Just to show real quick, I mean, Paula Cathuria is probably the best hire I may ever have in my career. She is outstanding. She is our visionary UI UX designer. She's incredible. I love her. She's extremely talented. Also, India-based. George is a recent acquisition. He's our community manager. They're based in the Philippines, and they take care of our Telegram community, and they do an excellent job, and Discord as well. And then Anton is a old friend from my native Seattle, Washington, and he's been advising me every step of the way. And so this is the core members of our squad. We are definitely a distributed remote team. I rarely sleep, so it kind of works out for me. And, you know, this is who we are.
Yeah, it seems like a very experienced team that you have. But I've noticed that they all come from like different places around the world. So, I mean, of course, in during this time of, we can really like, get in touch together, like, and like personally. So how do you guys have been working together? Like, did you get any like struggles along the way, and how did you all overcome it?
Oh wow! I feel like I'm being put on the couch. I charge by the hour. So personally, for me, it's been a journey. As I mentioned, it's been 5 years. We had initial angel investment to get us to a minimum viable product, which we put out in 2016, 2017. Ran that for about 11 months to work out the game mechanics. And then eventually ran out of money. You know, while I did pursue and shop this around to pretty much every VC I could find, every venture capitalist I could find, no one wanted to fund us. And there is sadly a well-worn statistic here in the United States that African-American founders like myself receive 1 to less than 1% of venture capital funds. So I was kind of in the wilderness for a while, trying to find a new team to, take us higher. And that's when I came across Yesh and Shiva from Nurture Labs, and they've been great. And so we were working on the site and everything. And then the pandemic hit. So we kind of had to pivot away from just the movies, because the movie theaters were shut down. And that brought us our Draft Stream game. And Draft Stream is a TV and movie streaming content game. Same kind of mechanics as the movie game, except we're using critical and audience ratings to score our actors. And then so that brings us, pretty much up to today. It's kind of been working in the background and saving up my money. Once again, still no VC funds. No one wants to fund us. I don't know what it is. We went to crypto people this past summer, literally 1,000 crypto investors. They all said no, or we'll wait and see, or you're too early, whatever. So we decided we're just going to do it ourselves. I've had a 8-year career in Bitcoin and blockchain. My blog, blacksitbitcoin.com, is probably the oldest African-American blog about, blockchain and Bitcoin issues. And, it kind of combined my passions. I also have Hollywood screenwriter, published author, and a professional poker player. So CD3D and Cinema Draft really does, coalesce all of my strengths into one little basket. And here's share real quick. This is, Blacks and Bitcoin Draft Stream and stuff as well. But we've been out here since this has been up since 2014. I've been a Bitcoin investor since May of 2013, April 2013.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of like marvelous ideas coming to one, and you clearly have have a clear vision of what you're doing, and like that is also your strength, as you mentioned. So you just you combine like all the best together. It's really amazing, yeah. Because I know like in this time of like in the pandemic, people can't really get connected and all that. So maybe this Cinema Draft is like is another masterpiece that solves like a lot of our problems and issues right now.
Well, I hope so. And just if I may, the thing about the pandemic is that it didn't really kind of change my lifestyle too much, because I already was hunkering down, saving money, because no one would fund us, right? And we were already a distributed team working, around the clock, around the globe. So it didn't really change much for us. But what the pandemic really did show, me personally, is that when left to our own devices, people need to be entertained, period. And so we were all kind of
Right.
stuck in the house, and people were playing games more than ever. And then you see stuff like SoRare pop up, and they're, they received $680 million, mostly led by SoftBank, and that to me is more product and market validation for what we're trying to do, because I came up with an idea a year ago called Star Cards, which NFTs, I didn't come up with NFTs, so I'm not taking any credit for that. But as far as the thing that's going to really be one of our engines, or what we call the flywheel that really makes the Cinema Draft platform go, is a concept we call Star Cards, which are basically celebrity NFTs. And so how your actor would perform not only on your call sheet, it would earn you points and possibly CD3D tokens. You can also earn CD3D tokens by holding your actor's Star Card. And we're going to have all sorts of kind of cool incentives to get people to play, including a play to earn strategy where you can even earn a certain class of Star Cards for free, but we'll just split the revenue.
Right. I have one question though. So as we see right now on the market, there's a trend going on. So of course about the GameFi, a lot of other GameFi projects are going like in the idea of like getting those kind of like heroes and soldiers, fighting together. So like those kind of game are gaining a lot of attraction. So do you think that maybe well, clearly your game is like different, like have a different vision from them. So do you think this will be one of like the drawbacks, or would it be, making a difference and kind of like blow up in the market?
So yeah, so there's plenty of room for all sorts of games in GameFi space. Number one. Number two, as far as I know, we're pretty much the only company that's kind of targeting fantasy Hollywood entertainment in this way. We had a competitor, the pandemic hit, they shut down, they haven't come back. RIP. So we're still, and as far as I know, they're not, they don't have anything going on with blockchain or crypto or anything. I mean, because this truly comes out of my passion. I was the one running around telling people about, Bitcoin, in 2013, giving out $5 of Bitcoin at Christmas. A friend of mine actually just yesterday texted me that her $5 of Bitcoin I sent her at Christmas 2013 is now worth $375. So,
Wow.
we've been in this for a while. So, another thing is that the DFS, because you kind of qualify us as DFS, which stands for Daily Fantasy Sports. The DFS market, especially North America, is a $20 billion a year market. The major players you may have heard of are DraftKings, FanDuel, what have you. In my pitch deck, I would pitch Cinema Draft as the DraftKings of Hollywood, because basically DraftKings has really built a great brand. In cornering the market. Well, I mean, they have competition, but they're pretty much cornered the market successfully, and are a public company in attracting players, from around the globe to play these games where fantasy sports takes precedence. So no one's really doing this for movies or entertainment, and not the way we're doing it with CD3D. So we hope to have a decent leg up on the competition before everyone starts copying us.
Yeah, maybe, maybe not like always following the trend is a good way. Maybe you gotta make a difference and then be the lead in some aspect, isn't it? Yeah, I hope that maybe.
And so rare, just like this, once again, I mean, the explosion is so rare when they're using NFTs cards of soccer players mostly. To see them explode just really validates what we're trying to do, because we're just trying to do something similar, but for cinema.
Yeah, that's a very good way to explain like all of this idea. So another thing that you have been doing differently from like other projects that I've seen right now, that you guys are going for the ICO and not the IDO, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so would you like to explain more about the decision why you do that and not going for the IDO?
Once again, we went around to a bunch of platforms. They all said no. So I'm an only child. So I'm used to not only entertaining myself, but doing things for myself. After a certain amount of time, I got annoyed enough to be like, let's just do it ourselves. And actually, I won't even take credit for that so much as Yesh, our CTO, was like, well, why don't we just do an ICO? We've got the goods. We've saved up enough money. Let's just do it. I'm like, you know what? And after a while, I mean, I'm a little hard headed sometimes. Only child. Eventually, I came around and really got behind this. And I'm also, even if I weren't only child, I'm also of the mindset that if you want something done right, sometimes you usually have to do it yourself. So we're just doing it for ourselves. The VCs and people, and we gave them a shot to help fully fund this, so we could actually build out the game, the decentralized platform, and the token, and present the entire package as a huge value proposition. But no one wanted to fund us, so we're doing it for ourselves, and we'll let the market decide.
That's very. I have to say that is a very bold choice, but yeah, I believe that you sure know where you're going, and you should know what's the best fit for your project. And eventually you all lit up to today, and you guys have made a lot of achievements in the past. So I can tell that you guys are going for a really for a really good choice, and you things are just going as planned.
Man, fingers crossed. I mean, I, I don't know. You can say it's a bold choice, but also remember, I'm a one-time small stakes online poker player, so I'm used to calculating the odds, and probably I've had a lifestyle that's a little bit outside the norm. Let's put it that way. I'm used to taking risks. I'm used to betting on myself. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, maybe that's what make a leader like you.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah, so we talk about a lot about like the idea of like the project and everything on the surface, but why don't we get deeper into like the business part? So would you like to talk more about the tokenomic distribution, and how did you guys divide like all the parts, and do you think it was distributed wisely?
Sure. And actually, let me, since now I realize we can share our screen, I will do a little show and tell if you don't mind. Let
Of
me share
course,
my
yeah.
screen again. So I'm actually what everyone said no to. So this is the opportunity, like I said, fantasy sports market, really big. And our initial target market is generally going to be North America, but as we get bigger, we'll expand out to the rest of the world. And
Right.
and basically, our use case, as I mentioned, the decentralized token launchpad, which we will be the first token on there. We'll be the exchange token, of course. So there's definitely a perpetual stream of revenue right there. And we can get into this a little bit later. I'll get to tokenomics in a second. We're also conducting a batch auction, or what's also known as a Dutch auction. I think I explained those tokenomics earlier, as did the video. But we want to also have a launch pad with a variety of different sales styles, let people kind of figure out what works for them, and then also have it be self-service. So almost like what DX sale does, but better. I mean, if your sale doesn't go through, you can't get your tokens. There's a bunch of stuff about a lot of these other platforms that I didn't like when I was looking around for, self-starting or launch with the IDO. So we want to do it a little bit better and for cheap. And we figure we'll attract a lot of other gaming tokens who are looking to launch their own projects on our site. And so this is the token itself. Where our native pair is going to be BUSD, Binance stablecoin backed. Some of the features are we have an anti-whale protocol where after the ICO, there'll be a maximum transaction of only 0.15% of the token supply. So basically, you can't buy more than 150,000 tokens after the ICO. So get it while you can. We have an anti-dumping protocol, which means we've added a 5% fee if you try to sell on exchanges. Basically it incentivizes hodling. Also, our basic 10% transaction fee includes 6% as dividends, 1.6% as buybacks and burn, and then 2.4% in straight burn. So basically 4% is getting yeeted into the fire forever, reducing supply and making it all that more scarce. And we are not one of these meme coin, joke coins that are 100 billion or a trillion or quadrillion token supply. We are 100 million. It's a lot. I mean, it's only 5 times the amount of Bitcoin, if that. It's logical, and we are actually very deflationary. There's not going to be any more of them after this. Right. And so, of the dividends, 75% goes back to you, the holder. 15% will go to us for operations. 7% is going to this pot we call community rewards. And this is basically where we not only reward some of our most active and involved members in the community, but also this will be the the pot from which we will pay out people for the Star Cards universe. So the more popular and the more transactional activity we have on with the token, the more money there will be for Star Cards. And so that, and while NFTs are interesting in general, there isn't, I would say, natural value to it. It's just honestly it's what people think of it. Whereas with our Star Cards, it's built into the organic use of our game that you can actually earn money off holding Star Cards. And then 3% for staking rewards. Once again, I'm all about the long-term hold. We are not a pump and dump coin. We're a pump and farm. We're a pump and hold. We're a pump and and save coin, because 3% of the transactional dividends will go towards staking rewards. So wallets that have tokens that are 30 days or older will be eligible to get their share of the staking rewards pool. And then tokenomics, 40% is being burned. That's the 2.4% in the transaction fee. So 40 million have been burnt already. Everything, we have deployed our token. These are already been burnt. 20 million will go towards liquidity. And by that, we're actually taking a different approach to liquidity. We're only releasing 500,000 CD3D tokens a month for the next 40 months. So after the sale is done, whether your bids earned you tokens or not, we will have a liquidity pool of 500,000 tokens after the sale versus the 20 million that hopefully we will all sell. Now, every month we aim to put 70% of that 500,000 onto our site exclusively. So we want you coming back to CD3D.app. We want you trading with us. We want you, getting the best deals possible with us. And then the other 150,000 each month we will, use for yield farming, for liquidity on other exchanges and sites. But once a month is how that will roll out. So once again, we're keeping this thing scarce. We realize that there are organized groups of people who come to pump and dump, and that is fine. That is your prerogative. But I mean, we will always have liquidity out there for people in fairly scarce portions. And also, each month we plan on buying back some of the tokens that are out there and holding. These ones we won't burn. We want to have a healthy ecosystem of keeping the buy pressure up by not only putting out liquidity so people can trade and exchange and sell, but also buying some of that excess liquidity and holding it for ourselves. And then 10% for marketing, 10 million tokens. 33% have been locked away for 2 years, so we don't blow our wad on the first year or so. And then Community Jackpot Fund is also, this one is exclusively for the players. If you're an active player on the Cinema Draft platform, every 90 days we will have basically a lottery for people, and you'll have entries based on how the frequency of your play, and you basically have a chance to win extra CD3D tokens for just being an active player in the community. And then team tokens, just 2%, 2 million. We don't need your tokens. We're good. But the way we've broken that up is that we won't get any tokens for the first 90 days. It's already been locked up. And then after that, it's broken up into quarters. So then 500,000 every 90 days will be released to the team in that way. So, you guys are pretty much safe. We're not here to pump and dump. We're not siphoning money out like some other Safe Moon-ish like projects do with their development team. We're in this for the long haul. All right. And then, of course, the 20 million ICO, which hopefully will sell all on the 7th. And that pretty much covers it. Oh, and also real quick, we have a referral system for those who sign up and buy via our site. If you have a referral link, anyone who buys under your link, you can get 33% of their dividends in perpetuity. We will all have ongoing extensive marketing with marketing partners. We will have a supplementary site called dailyfantasymovies.com. Kristen, I've been squatting on this domain for like 4 years. I can't wait to get to use it. It's basically going to be like a strategy and support site for the Cinema Draft game and the gaming platform. And then also mention the community rewards. You'll have private leagues and one-on-one challenges, or you can play your friends in Cinema Draft and Draft Stream. Free roll contests every week. Even if you don't want to put up money, we'll be giving away both money and CD3D tokens to get you a chance to play for free. And then also, of course, pad. And so that is generally our tokenomics in a nutshell.
Wow, that is a lot, but also very impressive. Yeah, I mean, we've covered quite a lot about CD3D tokens and like all the benefits of holding it, all the usage, utilities, and all of that. So apart from like all those amazing things, I would love to hear more about like the security system that you are planning on using for CD3D. Like what is like the artist company that you guys plan on collaborating with so that you can secure for your users trust and like for your users wallets and like all of that.
Well, sure. No, I understand. And security obviously is paramount in this space. One thing that we've found, at least the technical side of our team has found, is that the audit companies, I mean, they can be fallible. I mean, some of the bigger name ones, that are community driven, I won't name any names, but very famous ones that we looked into that actually were somewhat affordable for an audit. You're essentially just buying a name, to be honest with you. So it's considering the fact that we are almost entirely bootstrapped, like 95% bootstrapped, all of our own money. We didn't have a lot of money to spare. We wanted to put a lot of money into promotion because you can't sell a secret. We figure if people know about CD3D and the draft stream game coming up, then they'll be more inclined to buy tokens and support the cause. So we went with a freelancer who had done good work for us before. The audit's sound. It's up on the site. If you go to cd3d.app under the more section, there should be a link to the audit so you can check it out for yourselves. The code is open source, so definitely check it out for yourselves again. But also, if we deem it necessary, we will engage post-sale with a big name audit firm in case we feel like we missed any, in case we feel like we missed anything. We feel pretty comfortable with the audit that we've purchased so far.
Yeah, that's really great. That somehow like satisfies and also comforts the users concern a little bit. And last but not least, I think all of us would love to hear about this is that what are your marketing strategy? Like what are your plan on expanding the community and like getting your project wider to a wider community and like getting everyone to know about CD3D?
Okay, well, great. Thanks for asking. And well, I mentioned several of them, with one of the slides under community acquisition. The referral program, free rolls. Everyone loves stuff for free. Star cards, I think, will be a very interesting program for us because the star cards themselves, as NFTs, as NFT collectibles, as components in the game will be interesting. There'll be a secondary market for star cards outside of the game. I'm sure, people who just, who want to have, say, I don't know, Samuel L. Jackson or Maggie Q or whoever, they'll want to have their star cards. So that'll be kind of, that'll probably attract some of the NFT interest. We will engage in also some fairly traditional online DFS marketing. There are marketing agencies that we've used in the past when we were in beta that were really instrumental in helping us, get some new users and players to the site. And so we'll basically have like two cohorts. You can have people coming in who are players who may be into cryptocurrency, they may not, whatever, but they'll get into it because they'll be winning it for free or what have you. And then you'll have investors who may be players, may not even go onto the game site, who will be earning CD3D dividends because of all the activity going on over here and also on the decks. So I think also word of mouth will spread. And also I'm very available. This is the third of 5 AMAs I've got crammed in before our launch on the 7th. I love to talk crypto. I love talking my book. I love talking, CD3D, Cinema Draft, all sort of stuff. So, and we've been hit up by a lot of AMAs in the background, and hopefully I can satisfy all of them, hopefully in the future, as, maybe either coinciding with monthly liquidity releases or product releases, maybe we can, schedule some more of those, but I'm very available, holla at your boy.
Yeah. For all of those AMAs, I hope ours is the best,
Yeah. Hey, honestly, Kristen, this is my first video AMA. I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I'm having a great time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, thank you. That really warms my heart. Yeah, but you'll get to talk more about CD3D in the next section. But right now, let's take a little break and watch another video about CD3D and its products, which is the most exciting part. And then we will get to the in-live AMA where I'll pick 5 of the best comments and sections from our comment section down below. So yeah, let's get started.
Excellent, thanks.
Do you love movies but never see anything you like? Overwhelmed by too many streaming services to choose from? Wouldn't it be fun to make money from your love of Hollywood entertainment? Enter DraftStream, presented by Cinema Draft. Cinema Draft is where fantasy sports meets the movies. With its DraftStream game, instead of picking athletes from teams, you're picking actors from movies and TV shows currently streaming. You earn points for your call sheet or lineup of stars by how those actors' shows perform with critical and audience ratings, while competing against others for cash prizes. And playing is easy. You have a fantasy salary cap budget of $100,000. Each actor is assigned a dollar value salary. You must choose 10 actors, no more, no less, from the weekly talent pool of available content. Must have at least one headliner, co-star, and day player actor type on your call sheet. Headliners and co-stars have 40% and 20% bonus on day players. Highest scoring call sheet wins. Why play Cinema Draft? Discover fresh content to love both in and outside big budget Hollywood entertainment. Cinema Draft features CD3D, its own in-game crypto token economy. Collect upcoming celebrity NFT star cards that can earn you tokens based on game performance just for owning them. Enjoy free rolls for cash or CD3D DeFi cryptocurrency. Sign up for our beta, now in production, at cinemadraft.co. Stay informed about the game, the CD3D token, and how to play for free. You love Hollywood. Isn't it time Hollywood loved you back?
You guys get guilty as charged. I love a good accent.
Yeah, so we're coming back with the second part of our live. So this is where I'll have to pick 5 questions from the comments, and those questions will be all for you. Let's get started with the first one. So it's about the 4th solution for content revenue conundrum of who pays. Could you please elaborate?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you. And was it Maribel or Dunn one? Okay. Maribel or Dunn one. Thanks for that question. Let me share my screen real quick. First of all, that shows you read the entire white paper. Thank you. I'm actually an admin of an 18,000 person cryptocurrency group on Facebook called Black People in Cryptocurrency. And the first thing we tell people to do when evaluating a project is read the white paper. So thank you. I spent a lot of time on this thing. So she's basically talking about this section right here. So that's saying CD3D solves the content revenue conundrum of who pays. You pay, I pay, someone else pays, by coming up with a 4th solution, all or none of the above. Now, what that means is that by letting basically it's a combination of all of those people being part of the revenue solution. So some people are paying, you're earning money by other people paying the transaction fee, and you sitting there holding dividends. You're also earning, making money from the gaming side and DeFi side, and you can earn it passively or actively. So, basically when people are starting businesses, they're always trying to figure out, like, what's the revenue model? How's it going to work out with the revenue model? And so that's why I said it's kind of like a 4th way, where it's both, it's all the above. It's you pay, I pay, someone else pays. Like, you're paying, but you're also making money. Someone else is paying, so you're making money, and then that's basically kind of how I framed it. So thanks for your question, Maribel or Dunn one.
Yeah, thank you for your answer as well. I hope that satisfy the person who asked this question, and we're moving on to the next one. Given the novelty of this game model, how will the balance of fun and accessibility will be achieved? So this question is from Adam Miller.
Well, all right, that's a great question, Adam. So one of my previous lives, well, as when I was a poker player, or primarily poker player, and I still play on occasion, I was also associated with a fledgling Bitcoin poker site called Infinity Poker. I was also like the poker room manager as we were kind of trying to develop the site. And so I kind of like to study how a lot of the major online poker rooms, which the current daily fantasy sports sites have taken a lot of energy from and adapting to their model. And just like with online poker, just like with daily fantasy sports, there's always this balance you want to maintain between. Well, okay, I want to use the derogatory industry word. Let's just say between the casual players, the recreational players, and the professional players. Generally, the professional players tend to feast on the recreational players because the professional players are taking more time out of it, and we saw this in our game as well. Like we had a very long alpha period with the draft stream game, and whereas basically just on Google Sheets. And a friend of mine, also a poker player, he was so good and so dedicated to the game, he would create like an optimizer model where he create a spreadsheet and a formula and come up with the best call sheets every week. And we're wondering, how do you do it? And I interviewed him once, and he was like, I have an optimizer. So you want to kind of balance that out. And so the way you do balance it out is by having a lot of free rolls, recreational contests for new players. One thing that is popular, which I think we probably will do, is kind of like, lack of a better term, kind of like age gating. Basically, so if you're a player, if you've played over, say, 100 contests in CD3D, there's a whole class of contests that you can't play. So that keeps it, rec friendly, if you will. And then and just continue to innovate. Honestly, I mean, the more innovation. And look, if you could only see the spreadsheet I've got for all the innovations and plans and game variants and stuff we want to do with CD3D, it will blow your mind. So I think by continuing innovation, do different game variants, just making it fun, and then eventually expanding to other genres, music, politics. I don't know. I mean, if it can be quantified, we want to do it. So that's how we feel like we'll achieve the balance of fun and accessibility. Thank you.
Yeah, one thing about like poker and like DeFi is that you have to have for yourself a strategy, a really good one, and like you have to like done some research and also like combining all of your experience from the past. So yeah, so I think like from what you say earlier, I think this is really a great plan. And yeah, I hope this also like answer and satisfy the person who asked this, Adam, who asked this question. So yeah, thank you for your answer. For the third one, this is from Mr. Dewitt. How many ways that I can earn money with CD3D? Is the any farming or staking plan in the future? I think he said, is there any farming or staking plan? Yeah.
Sure, and I covered some of them, but just to recap, you can earn it through just dividends, just straight holding. You can earn it through on providing liquidity on our decentralized exchange. We'll also provide farming as well. The rough plan, it's still the plan's still kind of taking shape because we keep coming up with such good ideas. Right now, the idea is generally to, like I said, 70% of the farm of the liquidity each month will go to our site, and then 30% will go to other sites. But of that, we want to provide liquidity with some, and then also provide farming and staking rewards for others. So that way, more people holding and earning, it's free CD3D will keep the economy healthy, and then also have a robust staking and farming community outside the platform as well, and provide liquidity on places like PancakeSwap. And we'll eventually get to exchanges, month by month, what have you. But we're very interested in building up the health of our exchange first, and that's why we're doing 70% of liquidity each month to our platform. Most of the normal ways, staking, farming, dividends, and of course playing the game. Whether you play for free and earn it for free, or you put up CD3D to win more CD3D and guaranteed prize pool games, and then star cards. Oh my God, star cards! I like to call it the Amazon Prime of Cinema Draft. It's going to be the thing that's going to be key. It's the flywheel effect. It's going to keep turning those tokens over and over because this is the thing also that CD3D is a reaction against. I mean, and like I mentioned, I'm in this group of crypto investors, and all we see all day long, every day, are just these projects that come through, scam coins, shit coins, just MLMs, just all these schemes, just they're not sustainable. And all I want to do is, one, create a very fun and exciting game everyone can enjoy and play, but two, to have I mean, that if I, it just works basically. The thing about star cards is that because it is the use of the star cards is tied to the game itself. I mean, it'll have actual utility and value from the beginning, and then also sentimental value and a secondary auction market where you can buy it that way. So there's so many ways you're gonna be able to earn money with CD3D. This is why I'm very excited. This is why I've risked it all to be here with you guys today.
One thing about like GameFi project like this that I like is that it has like a lot of options to go for. Like if you can like use the token like on the market and like for the stuff like that, you can still have like another chance to earn it more, like going to the game and play to earn, right? So yeah, I just love that it has so many utilities to go for, and not just like any other like traditional project on like Binance Smart Chain before like this trend all blows up. So
And,
yeah, that is
real
really
quick, if you don't mind me adding real quick, also and honestly, and this isn't just because I want to prop up the price of the token, whatever, but honestly, I think the simplest and easiest way to make money with CD3D is just to hold it and stake it, hold it and farm it, because the utility that we are developing and will develop. I mean, these token locked releases and stuff like that, they're based on minimum 4-year plans. The LP tokens that are providing for liquidity, we're burning. So we're not even, we're not going to profit off the liquidity tokens. You can have confidence that the liquidity is always going to be there on CD3D app. So we're in this for the long haul, and everything we've done with this token and its ecosystem is designed for long-term profitability. So yes, we will hopefully sell all 20 million tokens on the 7th and the 8th, and then there will be some dumping, as there always is, whatever. But because we have such limited liquidity, and because people who will have bid and missed out are waiting to get CD3D, the price is going to keep going up. And I promise you, we'll be back in there, with some of the funds that we've earned, trying to buy back tokens to enhance our position as well. We believe in this. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, thank you for your, explanations and like your answer about like all of this. Yeah, I've learned so much more about CD3D and like all the use cases. So we're moving on to the fourth question, which is from featured Trisiripiso. The star cards are unique NFTs that provide several benefits. So how can participants own them? So yeah, this is like one of the things that we had just mentioned. But yeah, would you please go over that again?
Sure. So on our roadmap, I do believe we've got star cards slated for maybe say probably Q2 2022. Yeah, that's right. Because it'll probably take about 6 months. So we want to take our time with this. We want to build out, the site correctly. We want to build out the game correctly. We want to get people comfortable with the Cinema Draft game, and then as well as the game mechanics of how all that stuff works. And then we're going to launch star cards. And so basically, you'll have to wait a little bit, maybe 6 months for us to get the whole thing done right. But once they do launch. So all right, this is the way it works. I'm glad you asked me that. So each week in the Cinema Draft game, we have what's called a talent pool. A new fresh crop of entertainment, movies or TV shows, whatever that's going to be on these streaming platforms. And from that, we will select, maybe 10 actors from each project, put them up into the talent pool for their particular show, and people can go and with each game, people can pick which actors they think from projects that are going to do pretty well, put them on their call sheet. Well, the same thing will be with star cards. That each week, with corresponding with the new actors in the talent pool, there'll be new star cards, or if they're already created, there'll be old star cards. Or if someone already owns the star cards, that means your star card is earning money this week, And another way so we have a few different ways we're going to earn money with it. I don't want to give everything away because people try to knock this off, but please believe that we've got it ingrained into the lifeblood of the Cinema Draft game of star cards, and how their earning potential is going to be both organic and perpetual. And also and the last way I'll mention as far as a way to earn star cards is that we were very fascinated, at least I'm personally fascinated by going on largely in Asia, kind of spreading around the globe right now. I'm pretty fascinated by that. I love the idea, of being able to get people onboarded into this ecosystem for free. And if that means that maybe we're taking 50 or 60% of the revenue, but you get to have a star card for free, and so that when your actor's star card comes up in the week of play, you earn money. Then we'll just we'll have a nice little split, and you get into this ecosystem for free. So that's how you can get some star cards, and hopefully you'll get one. Facet, there we
go. Well, I've noticed 6 months is really not, not really a short time, but do you think will be some kind of drawbacks for your project since, they gonna have to wait a little while?
So I mean, as my little on the couch life story was told, we're no strangers to setbacks. We've persevered. That's gonna be fine. We're gonna have plenty of stuff to entertain you all in the meantime. Besides, besides the initial ICO and having the token find its natural market value and everything, we're hard at work right now on the Cinema Draft game, the draft stream game. Well, we're probably a good 6 to 8 weeks out from it being complete, but we're going to constantly engage the community to get their feedback. Like the other day, I actually just posted up a lookbook. Oh, actually, let me see if I can bring that up. A lookbook, which I'm really, really proud of. That's basically a glimpse of what the site and everything would look like. And I'm not sure if we're able to like post stuff later or resources for people to look at later, but I'd love to leave like the draft stream lookbook up for anyone who wants to take a look at it. But it's a really cool, that's right, it's in marketing. There we go. It's a really cool look at how the game would actually look in the, let me see the lookbook. Here it is. Okay, and actually, let me go share my screen. And so basically, so we were going to constantly, going to feedback from the community. We'll be having, events and AMAs like that around our monthly liquidity releases, so people feel engaged and connected to the community. And then, just doing just more sharing. I mean, I am an only child, but I do believe in sharing. So, and I think, and we also have like a link to the actual spreadsheet show of it all, and you can kind of see basically how the game is going to look. Once again, Paula Cathoria, my best hire. She's awesome. She designed this entire joint. We worked very closely together, but this is this is her baby. She did a great job on this. So we look forward to bringing this all to you in hopefully a couple months.
Yeah, I mean, this has been like of your users' long-awaited product, so I think they will be very excited to learn more about this. Yeah, I love the sharing, and I can see like all the graphics, and
it's gonna be a deal. Yeah, it's gonna be a whole thing. So yeah, so that's what look, and I'll turn the screen back to you.
Great. So yeah, thank you for that. And now we are reaching our last question, unfortunately. But yeah, so let's get it. So this one is from John Crook. There's a 10% transaction cost, which is nice for price pumping, but I believe it is a deterrent for major VCs to participate. Do you agree? And will there be any adjustments in the future?
Nope. Code is law. I mean, I know we need to kind of wrap it up a little bit, so I'll keep my answer fairly short. But I mean, the contract's deployed. The anti-whale protocol has been deployed. So if any VCs want to get their hands on a lot of tokens, they have a 24-hour period, October 7th to October 8th, to do so. And even with that, there's a $200,000 limit to how much CD3D you can own. So at least in this sale. So I mean, as my personal story can attest, can't say the VC community has been very friendly to me. So I find no reason to be friendly to them. Be a normal customer. Be a normal investor. It's okay. You can buy things at retail price. It won't kill you.
Yeah.
And doing as much press as possible to get the word out about CD3D, because if there is ever a chance to get your hands on a large amount of CD3D at whatever price you think it's worth, October 7th to October 8th, 12 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time to 12 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
So you heard it, John. Unfortunately, the answer is no, but yeah, he clearly clarified why they chose to do that. But yeah, I also think it's a very suitable choice for your whole project, CD3D. So we are now reaching the last section, which is where we're gonna find out who are the 5 lucky winners for our pre-live giveaway. And right now we're picking them with our special tools. And let's find out who are those. Yeah.
Is
I
something
don't know
happening?
where. I don't know where
I can
is
talk
our
more.
takeout? Yeah, I would love to chit chat more, but I've just got a call about timing and then just
No problem.
gotta, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
there we
there it
go.
is. So, yep, let's hit the button.
All right. Oh, that's kind of cool. I might need to borrow this from you guys.
Really?
Oh, congratulations!
Woo! So we got our list for the 5 winners right here, and later on we will post it on our BSC Army official Twitter account and also Telegram channel as well. So don't
What do they
forget to
win,
follow
Kristen?
up.
What do they win?
Oh, they win the 100 BUSD that you guys have sponsored, right? Yep. And right after this section, we have another interesting section that you can gain some more from CD3D, which is mini game on the quiz, yeah, on our Telegram channel. Yep, Andrew will be the host for that session. And, there are 5 interesting questions for you guys are waiting. And if you do some research about the project, you will sure win the prize.
Read the white paper.
Yep, everything is on the white paper. So yeah, let's wrap up right now. I have been having, a wonderful conversation with you, learning a lot
Kristen, thanks
about
for
the
being here.
project.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, unfortunately, we have to close up, and maybe in the future we will have another AMA together, and maybe yeah, and we will learn more about like the updates and all of that. The star cards.
Yes. Definitely bring it back for star cards. That'll be
Yep.
something.
Yeah, I'd love to learn more about that. So thank you all for joining us today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Eduardo, yeah.
Pleasure.
It was a huge pleasure getting to know you and having the talk with you about CD3D, and we'll cover quite enough about this project and have a deeper understanding as well. So, guys, let's join us on our Telegram group channel, on our Twitter account, and then learn more about updated news, highlighted projects, crypto news, and like ideas and more information and more giveaways are happening. So don't forget to follow up on our Twitter accounts and CD3D Twitter accounts as well. So right now we will have to say goodbye to our lovely audience. So would you like to have any last word?
Well, just once again, if I haven't said it 20 times, I will say it, 21. CD3D.app is the site. The time of the ICO token sale is October 7th, 12 p.m. UTC/GMT, Greenwich Mean Time, and it's going to last 24 hours. It is a batch auction, which means you are going to submit a bid. Minimum bid is 1 cent per token. Minimum buy is $10 per order. Maximum buy is $200,000 per order. And submit what you think CD3D is worth. But if you submit too low and other people and 20 million more tokens are submitted for higher, you might not get some tokens. So bid high. Make sure you get your CD3D tokens because, as they say, we're going to the moon. Going to the moon.
Yep, sure do. So yeah, right now let's say goodbye to our lovely audience, and I would love to see you all in the next video. Goodbye, Edward.
Bye. Thank you, Kristen.